Hello dear students, hello dear friends, how are you all? I hope that you all are good. God bless you all. And as you know that I am Puneet Dutt and by profession I am a teacher. First of all, I would like to thank all of you that all of you are enjoying my videos, you are liking my channel, you are liking my videos. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. God bless you all. Now, friend, as you know that my channel is basically for promoting or for posting some important valuable message to the people, for posting some motivational videos which may help the people, which may help the society for the betterment of the society, and as well as to post some important videos with regard to some important facts in relation with the history and civics of India and as well as of the world. Now, dear friends and students, if you remember, I have posted a video with regard to the political causes for the first war of independence 1857. I want to say thank you so much that you all are liking this video and I am getting a very good response from your side. Now, as I told you that I'll post some more videos with regard to the first war of independence, and here in this video I am here to discuss some important economic causes with regard to the first war of independence 1857. Now, before starting the work, shall we do some recap? Okay. Now, if you remember, dear students and my dear friends, when we were talking about the political causes, that time only I told you about that in order to consolidate their power in India, in order to have full control over India, in order to expand their territories, British, they adopted all the methods. Okay, they did social exploitation, they did political exploitation, exploitation in military was also there, and they did economic exploitation, due to which Indian people, they raised voice against the British rule and they went against the British rule and they went for the revolt against the British rule. So now let's start our work. Here in this video we'll discuss about the economic causes for the first war of independence only. Okay. Now, first of all, we will discuss about the ruin of trade and handicraft. Ruin of trade and handicraft. Then we will discuss about the impoverishment of the cultivator. Then we will discuss about the impoverishment of the cultivators. Then we will discuss about the India was transformed to a raw material provider country or reduced to a agriculture colony of the British. Then we will talk about the loss of livelihood. Then we will talk about the loss of livelihood. And after that, we'll talk about the big famine. Then we'll talk about the big famine. Now, let's start with the ruin of trade and handicraft. Now, dear students and friends, British established East India Company in India in 1600 AD in order to compete with Dutch in pepper trade. Okay. Then what happened next? By the mid of the 16th century only, Indian textile became so popular in England, due to which the other commodities in England, other commodities of British like pepper, indigo, they became secondary to it, and British trader and basically the policy makers, they felt jealous of it, and what they did, they passed a law which prohibited the use of Indian textile and Indian calicus in England. What happened next? The next the result of that was high taxes were imposed on, high duties were imposed on Indian goods in England. On the other hand, British goods were coming to India at very nominal rates. As a result, Indian handicraft declined, Indian trade declined because they were not getting any market. These manufacturers, they were not getting any market and they suffered a lot. Indian handicraft and trade declined, came to an end. The next was the impoverishment of the cultivators. Impoverishment of the cultivators. Now listen carefully. If we talk about impoverishment of the cultivators, landlords and the zamindars, earlier the landlord and the zamindars were the revenue collector. But the permanent settlement of 1793, permanent settlement of 1793 made the zamindars the absolute owner of the state. The result of this was, in case of the non-payment of the dues, these zamindar, they were now in condition that they could easily acquire the land of the cultivators and became the owners. The permanent settlement, although was limited to Bengal, Bihar and Odisha, Mahalwari system was also there in many parts, and in many parts, many other parts, the British, they were the revenue collector. And what they were doing? They were doing the exploitation. They were taking more than half of the produce of the cultivators. And when the cultivators due to the drought and the other problem due to the flood, when they were not in condition to pay back the dues, they used to acquire their land easily. No one was there to listen to them. These cultivators, they were suffering a lot. Impoverishment of the cultivators by the British. These cultivators, they suffered a lot. They were struggling to survive. They were struggling to survive. The next was India was transformed to a raw material provider country and was reduced to a agriculture colony to the British. Now, dear student and friends, we have already discussed about that in India, manufacturing was stopped, declined, and on the other hand, British, they were promoting India as raw material provider country only, because they need the opium, they need the cotton, they need the other raw material to feed the industries in England. And basically, if you want to talk about Bengal, Bihar and Awadh, they became the centers to provide the raw material to England. And you can say India, totally India was transformed to a raw material provider country. Manufacturing declined. Here, the farmers, they were working day and night. Okay, they were facing the exploitation just to make the British rich, and in return they were getting nothing. The next was the loss of livelihood. Dear students and friends, we have already discussed, we are discussing all these points. As we know that due to the decline of trade and handicraft, people lost their regular work, their livelihood. And if you remember, I taught you about, those who were listening to me, we were discussing about that in the political causes only, the British, they adopted many methods to annex the territories. And when they were annexing the territories, at the same time, many soldiers, they were in condition that they were not getting any job because the armies were disbanded. So they lost their job. And another reason for loss of livelihood, you can take the example of when the introduction of the Western education was done in India, these Pandits, these Maulvis, they also lost their job, their means of livelihood, because due to the impact of the Western education. So we have already discussed all these points, and you have seen that the British were so clever and they were just plucking the wealth of the India. And next, the very big problem was when the famine was there, when the big famine was there in India at that time. Now, dear students and children and all friends, you all know that suppose the people, they are in problem, so this is the responsibility of every government to look after them. Okay. But at that time, when the people, they were suffering a lot, the government, they was not doing anything for the welfare of the people. During the famine of 1837 and 1838, I am talking about actually, when the famine was there, when the people, they were dying because of the hunger and the starvation, British people, they were doing nothing to help them out. Instead, they insulted them. Okay. And people, they lost their shelter, they lost everything, and no one was there to help them out. So you can see that how much they were suffering and what was the condition of the people at that time, due to which people, they raised their voice against the ill treatment of the British, and how India was converted to a raw material provider country only, and everything decline, trade decline, and the people, they suffered a lot. So I think so that you have understood all these points. I have tried my best to make things easier for you. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you all. Definitely I'll come with one more video, and please keep on watching all my videos. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Jai Hind.